Chilly. Did you feel that? That wasn't an earthquake. That was the sound of love and hip-hop, Atlanta's entire universe collapsing in real time. And if you think we're being dramatic, baby, wait till you hear the receipts, 'cause this ain't just a reality show anymore. It's a full-blown soap opera with subpoenas. Jessica White hacked the group chat. Rashida walked off set. Kirk Maitove fathered another baby. Oh, and one cast member allegedly collapsed during filming and had to be rushed to the hospital. I mean, are we watching VH1 or CSI Atlanta? You thought season 13 was just another messy love triangle and a few wigs snatched in slow motion? Try leaked shooting schedules, DNA test bombshells, federal subpoenas, and someone screaming, "It was your sister." During the reunion, the sister, not the cousin, not the assistant, the sister. So buckle up because we're diving into the chaos, corruption, and collapse that has Mona Scott Young's empire shaking harder than Scrappy during a live. Is this the end of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta as we know it? Or just the beginning of the biggest plot twist reality TV has never scripted? Grab your popcorn and your petty, because, baby, it's about to get criminal. Jessica White. The name alone has the internet in a chokehold right now, and not for the reasons she probably hoped. Forget confessional tears and shady side-eyes. Jessica allegedly turned Love and Hip Hop Atlanta into a full-blown espionage thriller. Sources close to production claim she hacked into the show's group chats, scheduling threads, and private cast communications. How, you ask? Apparently with the help of a former production assistant who still had back-end access. That's right. Baby, she had the master key. And what did she do with it? She read everything before it was sent to her. Plot outlines, scene, directions, who was being mixed up to ambush who. Jessica knew it all and played her scenes like a chess master while everyone else was fumbling around in the dark. One insider even claimed she ghosted the set during 2 major group scenes. And when they tried to follow up, she said she never got the message. But later, another cast member noticed she was oddly well prepared for scenes she hadn't even been briefed on yet. That's when the production team started digging. They found out someone had been remotely accessing the cast portal from an IP address linked to Jessica's neighborhood. The evidence piled up. Still, Jessica denied everything, brushing it off as fake news and calling producers desperate for ratings. But the damage was done. There's now serious talk behind the scenes that she might be blackballed from future seasons, not just from Atlanta. Her name has reportedly been removed from the reunion guest list altogether. But if you thought that was messy, you haven't heard anything yet. 'Cause the reunion shoot, oh baby, it went from cast therapy to cage match real quick. It was supposed to be a redemptive moment, a final bow. Instead, it became the season finale of a crime series. The first explosion happened before cameras even started rolling. Erica Dixon and Bambi nearly came to blows in the dressing room, allegedly because Erica accused Bambi of leaking fake parenting stories to gossip blogs. Not just any blogs, either one's notorious for publishing whatever you send them if the check clears. According to a makeup artist who was prepping Erica, that day the 2 women were nose to nose and ready to fight before we even powdered foreheads. Security had to step in before lashes were even glued down. That was just the appetizer. 'Cause halfway through the reunion, producers pulled a move so bold even the audience didn't know how to react. They brought out a surprise guest, Kirk's alleged new baby mama. Not Jasmine. Not someone we've seen before. Completely new woman with a new baby, new name, and receipts. She stepped onto the stage holding a folder like she was about to deliver closing arguments in court. Inside, 14 months of child support payments and a signed DNA test. The audience gasped. Rashida stood up, shook her head, and walked straight off set without a word. And Kirk, let's just say he looked like someone who'd forgotten to delete his texts. He sat there blinking, sweating, lips moving, but no sound coming out. The mystery woman slammed the documents down and said, "He told me it would never come to this, but here we are." The crew froze. The cast froze. The only thing moving was the camera. And you already know they caught every second of it. Producers are now debating how much of that footage they can legally air. Because if what's inside that folder is legit, it could open Kirk up to not just legal action, but full-blown character assassination. And Rashida. She hasn't returned a single producer call since that day. Her team says she's considering walking away from the show for good. But let's not act like that's the only legal heat circling this franchise. Jessica White's alleged group chat stunt got her booted. But what really got production sweating was the claim that she was secretly recording her confessionals on her phone and trying to sell them to blogs before episodes aired. One assistant director was caught on a hot mic saying, "This ain't reality TV anymore. This is espionage with edge control." And he wasn't lying. The chaos didn't stop there. Lil Scrappy found himself blindsided again, just when the ink hadn't even dried on the first mystery baby drama. Another woman popped up online claiming she was pregnant with twins and Scrappy was the father. She went viral on TikTok, tagging MTV and Mona Scott Young directly and demanding to be included. On the next season, Scrappy, clearly overwhelmed, went live on Instagram that same night with tears in his eyes. "I don't even know who to trust no more. My life is spinning," he said. And behind the scenes, word is his legal team is urging him to take a break from filming altogether. But Mona, she's allegedly begging him to stay. His storyline is now the most watched on the new LHH app. And producers are desperate to keep viewers glued to this train wreck. And while all of this is unraveling, Mona Scott Young herself is reportedly holding emergency meetings trying to salvage what's left of her empire. Multiple insiders claim that network execs are seriously worried about the franchise spiraling beyond repair. Advertisers are already backing out. Few allegedly pulled their placements after audio leaked from the reunion shoot, where one cast member could be heard screaming, "I'll drag that bee off this stage and her mama too." And that's just what made it to audio. The footage, still under lock and key. One industry source said, "This ain't love and hip-hop no more. This is love and homicide." And yet, the ratings keep climbing. The chaos keeps trending. And the fans, oh, they're eating this mess up with a gold-plated spoon. Conspiracy theories are already circulating online. Some believe Mona is purposely letting the show burn to the ground so she can relaunch it under her own label. Others think the madness is all part of a new master plan, a rebranding disguised as a breakdown. But baby, if this is the plan, it's working. Because the next bombshell, it's not just scandalous, it's potentially criminal. The next bombshell, it's not just scandalous, it's potentially criminal. Because now, we have whispers of a federal subpoena making its way into the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta storyline like it's a crossover episode with Law and Order SVU. Sources say one cast member, allegedly Carly Redda, is being investigated in connection with a fake luxury lifestyle brand that promised exclusive products, accepted tens of thousands of dollars from online investors, and delivered absolutely nothing but filtered selfies and excuses. One anonymous whistleblower called it a scam wrapped in stilettos. And baby, the receipts. According to insiders, the feds aren't just sniffing around, they've already knocked on a few doors. Word is Carly's name is on paperwork tied to wire transfers, unpaid taxes, and what might be straight-up fraud. Her team has denied it, all of course, but producers have already started editing her out of the final episodes. One post-production staffer leaked that her screen time has been slashed by 70%. And Mona's people are scrambling to decide if she's even worth the PR fallout. Because, let's be honest, scandal sells, but federal prison, not exactly sponsor-friendly. And just when fans thought they'd recovered from the mystery baby mama and Jessica's cyber-sabotage, the cast faced something none of them were ready for. A hospitalization, not a storyline. Not a scripted breakdown. A real-life medical emergency. Right there on set. It happened during the final group dinner shoot. Big pressure cooker scene where secrets were supposed to explode. Alliances were meant to be tested, and producers were foaming at the mouth for viral-worthy meltdowns. Instead, what they got was pure panic. One cast member, whose name we're not dropping just yet, suddenly collapsed mid-shoot. Cameras stopped rolling. Crew dropped their boom mics. Cast members screamed. MTs were called to the scene and production was shut down instantly. At first, some insiders thought it might have been a stunt. It's a dramatic ploy for attention. But sources close to the cast say it was real stress-induced and serious. The cast member was rushed to the hospital and is now reportedly recovering with family. MTV claims that footage will not be aired, but the internet, of course, has other plans. Rumors are swirling faster than Mona's editing team can delete leaks. Some fans say it was staged for sympathy. Others swear it's the karma hitting back after all these years of reality TV fakery. One TikTok user even theorized it was due to a bad energy cleansing gone wrong. Yup, welcome to 2025, where a chakra imbalance is now a storyline. But while EMTs were rushing one cast member to safety, another was being dragged on social media for allegedly threatening to slap a crew. Remember during the same shoot? A leaked voice note uploaded by a shady, anonymous page with no profile picture and a suspicious number of followers features what sounds a whole lot like one of the show's main stars yelling, "If you keep putting words in my mouth, I'm dragging you in your little walkie-talkie too." Fans are now debating whether that clip was authentic, AI-generated, or just another day on set. Regardless, public reaction was swift and chaotic. Sponsors are allegedly reevaluating their deals. One insider claims two of the show's top advertisers have pulled out of future promo packages, citing reputational risk. Another network source admitted privately, "We don't even know what's real anymore." And let's talk about that reunion footage again. Because while the Kirk baby bombshell was bad enough, it's what happened after that moment that had everyone from interns to executives shaking. After Rashida walked out and the cameras kept rolling, multiple cast members broke rank and started airing out production secrets right there on stage, according to two sources in the audience. One person yelled, "Y'all want drama. Tell the truth about them reshoots you force us to fake." Another accused producers of manipulating emotional breakdowns with music cues and off-screen taunts. But the real jaw-dropper came when a cast member stormed off, yelling, "I told y'all I wasn't sending them messages, it was your sister, not cousin, not assistant, sister in the room." Dead silent until security swarmed in and shut it down. Behind the scenes, NDAs are being enforced like never before. Allegedly, every cast member was forced to sign updated confidentiality clauses that include new fines for leaks, off-camera interviews, and even subtweets. But fans aren't buying it. The leaks are still coming. The blogs are still posting. And Mona's empire, hanging by a lace front. Reports say MTV has even considered delaying the season finale just to do damage control. One source claimed the legal team had to watch every episode twice, once for story and once for liability. 'Cause baby, this ain't just TV anymore, it's evidence. And while all this chaos is blowing up the internet, new cast members are already being auditioned behind closed doors. That's right, season 14 is allegedly in pre-production. Despite everything, the network isn't pulling the plug. In fact, they're doubling down. The plan: bring in younger influencers, TikTok stars, and big-name cameos from other franchises to try and breathe new life into this collapsing circus. One casting coordinator described the new direction as chaotic, clickable, and court case-proof. But die-hard fans aren't so sure. Because if this season proved anything, it's that nothing is off-limits. Not baby drama. Not lawsuits, not mental breakdowns, and certainly not federal investigations. And let's not forget, some of the biggest bombs of the season weren't even filmed on set. They were leaked in DIMs, dropped in courtrooms, or exposed by ex-friends who finally had time to talk. One source says there's a whole folder of footage that never made it past legal. Another claims producers purposely hid damaging clips to protect a certain cast member's brand partnership. Baby, the Messines is layered like a lace wig on a humid day. This ain't just editing gone rogue. This is reality TV weaponized. Now sit tight, because the final part, that's where this franchise either burns down or gets reborn in fire. And just when you thought it couldn't spiral any further, the network hit the panic button. Executives at MTV reportedly called an emergency summit behind closed doors, locking in the top producers, legal teams, and publicists. The goal: stop the bleeding before advertisers pull out completely. One insider said the tone in that meeting was code red. Another swears a producer stood up mid-call and said, "We've lost control of the narrative." That's right, even Mona Scott Young, yes. The Mona has allegedly gone ghost. She hasn't posted, hasn't tweeted, and word on the street. Is she's already moved on to her next empire? It's quietly backing out before the whole Love and Hip Hop franchise crumbles into dust. But not before securing her back-end deal, of course. 'Cause, in this game, the real drama isn't on screen, it's in the contracts. Meanwhile, the streets of social media are on fire. Fan pages are dissecting every blurred-out background figure, every muted reunion mic, every suspicious camera cut. TikTok is flooded with side-by-side breakdowns comparing confessionals from cast members who allegedly weren't even in the same room when the drama went down. One viral video even claims some reunion tears were fake planted by producers with off-screen prompts and pre-spritzed glycerin. Yup, we've officially reached the point where fans are accusing breakdowns of being AI generated. Welcome to 2025. Where reality is just another filter away. But as we peel back the layers of this production gone wrong, we reach the most twisted subplot of all, the contract revolt. That's right. Multiple cast members are now pushing back hard against MTV and the production team, claiming they were underpaid, overworked, and manipulated into humiliating situations for views. One cast member allegedly recorded a confessional entirely in protest, refusing to wear makeup and reading the contract line by line on camera. That footage, of course, never aired. Another reportedly told producers flat out, "You want a breakdown? Pay me like Bravo." And let's not forget the now infamous voice memo that leaked, with one star saying they owe me $15,000 in bonuses. I'm not crying about no baby daddy unless that check clears. And while producers are scrambling to contain the cast, the crew has started talking too. An anonymous production assistant spilled the tea to a gossip page, revealing that scenes were being cut together out of order to create fake feuds. According to them, one screaming match aired on episode 7 was actually filmed after the reunion. Another insider swears that a fight that looked like it broke out in a club actually happened in a rented set made to look like one. And the kicker: some of the arguments were allegedly sparked by off-camera dares given to cast members in exchange for appearance bonuses. Yup, the chaos might not even be organic. It might be sponsored. But here's the plot twist nobody saw coming. Someone is threatening to sue the network. Yep, a current cast member still under contract is allegedly working with legal counsel to file a lawsuit for emotional distress, breach of privacy, and manipulation. The claim that producers pushed them to share trauma they weren't ready to discuss, then twisted that footage into memes for promotion. One alleged email reads, "You want me to cry about my miscarriage on TV, but can't pay my therapy bill?" And that right there might be the straw that breaks the empire's back. Because while Love and Hip Hop always thrived on drama, the audience is starting to ask how much is too much. And yet, the mess keeps unfolding. Anonymous accounts keep posting cryptic clips and deleted scenes that fans claim were buried to protect the favorites. A shady new blogger, only known as Levan Leaks, has been dropping unseen reunion rehearsal footage that shows cast members practicing their reactions. Yep, practicing. One clip even shows a producer whispering bigger emotions, right? Before a confrontation scene, and the fans, they're eating it up. Hashtags may be banned, but make no mistake, the streets are watching. As for the next season, insiders say the casting calls are already out, but this time there's a twist. Not only are they looking for influencers with built-in followings, but also nobodies with nothing to lose. Because apparently the network's new direction is raw, viral, unpredictable. Translation: the messier, the better. One leaked casting flyer said, "Got baby mama drama, financial beef, legal issues, we want you." That's right. The franchise that once launched music careers is now a circus for TikTok reactors. A reality soap opera in fast forward. And if you thought the end of this season would bring closure, think again. That mysterious hospital collapse. We still don't have confirmation who it was. One minute people swear it was a veteran cast member. The next they say it was a new girl who couldn't handle the heat. Either way, producers are holding the footage hostage. And Mona, rumor has it she's already optioned the rights to a spin-off focused on the fallout allegedly titled Love and Hip Hop Reborn. Because when the castle crumbles, she'll be the one selling tickets to the ruins. So what does it all mean? It means this wasn't just another dramatic season. It was an implosion, an unraveling, a final curtain call where everyone forgot their lines but kept screaming anyway. The cast is exhausted. The fans are suspicious. The sponsors are sighing. Their invoices. And MTV is clinging to the brand like it's not one NDA away from collapse. But we saw it all. The baby bombshells, the leaked confessionals, the surprise DNA tests, the exposed scams, the near lawsuit, the federal investigation, the public meltdowns. And through it all, one message is clear. This ain't reality TV anymore. This is a live-action crisis disguised as entertainment. And just like that, the lights dim on season 13, not with a dramatic kiss or a makeup moment, but with a slow, chaotic fade into uncertainty. Where do we go from here? Who's coming back? It's getting replaced. And most importantly, how much more chaos can this franchise survive before it eats itself alive? Keep watching. Because in the world of love and hip-hop, Atlanta, the tea never stops. Spilling it just gets hotter. Now that the dust has settled, at least for a moment, we want to hear from you. What do you think is really going on behind the scenes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Are these breakdowns real or just reality TV magic gone rogue? Is Mona Scott Young still running the show, or has someone else taken the wheel and crashed it on purpose? Drop your wildest theory in the comments, because trust, this story is far from over. And if you want more exclusive tea, deleted clips, and exposes the blogs are too scared to touch, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Like this video if you live for the chaos, and don't forget to share it with your messy bestie who always knows the cast better than the cast knows themselves. 'Cause around here, we don't just spill tea, we serve the whole pot, piping hot.